And we are back. New Pack City, Hawks fans worldwide. Welcome back to your favorite weekly Hawks Hoopcast. It's Wednesday, December 8th, 2021. I go by Lou Starsky, aka Chairman of the Boards. And we got a great few topics for y'all today that we're going to run through and get some stuff off of our chest. It's a quarter of a season down. It's time to kind of look at your team, see what you got. And a very interesting thing happened as well, where the Indiana Pacers have announced that they're going to do a fire sale. So that, do we become buyers in that situation? I mean, Nate McMillan has a lot of knowledge of some of these players, and I think he's talking to Schlenk, letting him know if he thinks any of them will fit. And we'll discuss what kind of packages we think it'll take to get certain players. We'll go over that. We're still fourth in the Southeast Division, so even sitting at a 13-12 record, we still got three teams to hurdle just to get in first place in our own division. So, we definitely have a long road ahead of us. And let's see, TLC, he got a chance to get some burn. And to me, his defense is top notch. I mean, he moves his feet, his hips well. He gets in front of drivers really well. And then he had an explosion the other day against Minnesota, I believe, where they hit a bunch of threes too. So we're going to talk about him and how his role changes or doesn't change as the new guys or as the guys that are coming off injuries get back. Because I see him being a player for us. Nate versus rookies. We'll definitely get into that a little bit. We'll get into Gorgui Dieng and Clint. But first, hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Follow the links in the description to catch us on all the socials. And without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring the crew in. We got superstar Chris Royster in the house, a.k.a. Leroy Knight. And then we got the Arc Alien himself, and we might have a few others hop in. I think they've been bantying back and forth. So it was a hot week for Atlanta sports, huh? We got the Alabama game. We had a couple of losses.
You say hot week? Referencing like hell or something. That what you mean?
Yeah, maybe hot. Yeah, maybe hot. No, for sure. But yeah, with that said, this Indiana Pacers thing, what do y'all think about that? Is that kind of put a wrinkle in some of our ideas here at all? Oh, and I realized why I sound all muted. I still had my protection on. What's up, everybody? I feel like I'm saying hello for the first time.
Nah, I'm about to say I probably assume what Chris gonna say, but I agree with it. It's
intriguing, I guess, will be a word. I guess that would be appropriate. It's one of those catch-22s where you don't know what's going to happen in an NBA season. You can't anticipate, so you can only take care of what you can take care of. However, if push comes to shove, I bet there are some talks. I believe there would be.
Who would be well, let me focus it like this. Who would be your highest priority on that team? Would it be Domantas Sabonis? Would it be Miles Turner? Would it be?
Oh man, my fault. But you start saying that, man, we breaking up our core. I mean, unless stupid.
The thing of it, okay, here's the way you have to look at it. But I would say is if anything, it'll be Turner, because Turner fits. Sabonis would not so much fit as much as Turner would, because of what Turner does, what he has done. He can do everything. He can rebound. He can finish at the rim. He can block shots. He can do all of those things. But also he can actually hit jumpers too. So he has like things that we haven't had in a center ever basically, as far as that goes. Now, as far as what you potentially would have to like quote unquote sacrifice, people say, well, you can't. And again, here's the deal. This is all speculation or whatever, but if push came to shove, can you trade Clint or not? I don't know. They say, well, he just got the new money and everything like that a couple of years, but they're saying they want to do it. So it's on Indiana. So it's all of a sudden a matter of what do you offer? Then the next part of that down will be one of the wings. Is that Hunter? Would that be Cam? Could it even be Bogey? In there somehow.
Y'all like Miles Turner that much?
Huh?
Y'all like Miles Turner that much?
Well, here's how I look at it. I mean, you look what he's capable of doing, what he does do, and so much. I don't know as far as it liking, but he lead, like, isn't he like tops in blocks, also in rebounds right now? And hasn't he been doing that for a good little bit? And we know he can shoot from the outside, and he can actually play post defense as well. He could do all of those things right now. And he's young.
I have to look at stuff, man.
I'm just trying to tell you. I just know from what I just been seeing from Miles Turner, that's the guy.
I agree, and I've always heard Miles Turner things and everything like that. My problem with Miles Turner is consistency. I just don't necessarily see the consistency there. Now, if the consistency was there, man, he could be arguably like he could be probably the best. Not, I won't say the best center because you got Embiid. But yeah, he could be right up there if he was consistent. I don't necessarily feel like he's consistent like that. From a standpoint, night in and night out.
You're talking about when he first started or now? Because when he first started, we can say that, but the last couple of years, he's been pretty consistent.
I mean, again, I understand, but I also see just the game.
Hold on, real quick. He's consistently 7'1", though. That's not going to change.
That's the thing right there, is just the size. Okay, cool. That's great. I mean, as far as like putting him alongside Trey, that's the other beneficial thing. As far as I will hear and say and everything. But like I said, just from watching Miles Turner and everything like that, I feel like he's I don't know, he needs some more order, because I feel like he'd just be way more dominant or whatnot. Like it just things that I feel like shouldn't be happening in Indy. They shouldn't even be in no fire sale situation or whatever with the pieces and things that they have or whatnot. And I feel like because the inconsistency of a Miles Turner, that's why he is up for questionable.
I was thinking about this. I think it's actually because of the play of the Bulls and the Knicks and the rest in Washington. All those teams got that much better, where they just see themselves maybe just outside, and maybe it's time to do something else.
Yeah, but they just not healthy. So all the way still, because I mean, I feel like the Hawks can easily say that. The whole East can easily do that right now. I mean, if they want to give up, they want to give up. That's their motive. I don't care. But I'm just saying, like, everybody's not that far from each other. I mean, everybody can beat anybody every night.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'll say this. He's right now this year he's doing 12, almost 3 blocks a game. He had over 3 blocks a game last year, 7.5 rebounds, shooting 39% from 3. Right now.
No, blocks and size and the shooting, that's awesome. That points and rebounds, that's I think where I have the issue at or whatever. But other than that, though, that's great. Well, I can see that going up.
Well, remember, the other part of that is too, it's not like he has to come in here and be the guy either. That's not. But as far as consistency, he can give you something bona fide all the time. You see what I'm saying?
And you swap out Clint. So, but if you swap out Clint, though, that's a pretty decent rebound differential. Now, I'm not saying I'm not opposed to it. I'm just saying. What's up?
Sabonis is also on that team too, though.
Yeah, but that's probably Miles needs to stop floating at the 3-point line. So then he get here, y'all gonna be like, "What? Stop shooting threes, Miles."
That's what team he's coming on. One of the top 3-point shooting teams in the NBA. That's not something he would have to do, but he's capable of doing it. You see what I'm saying? That's an extra option that you have that you definitely don't have right now.
Right.
We'll see. They trade Clint or whatever for him. I wouldn't want to try and give up too much for him. Again, okay. I mean, he's 7'1". We ain't had no center.
Let me ask y'all a question. If we have to try to stop Embiid, they're coming back. It's 102, 104. We're holding a 2-point lead. Do you feel more comfortable with Turner guarding Embiid or Clint guarding Embiid?
Double O.
Okay, and then
that's not the question. So,
yeah, that wasn't the question. You almost got me on that too. But no, for real, who do you think?
Between Miles, man. I have to go watch some footage, but off size, why Miles?
Okay, and then here's the other one. If we have to get 2 points in the paint, who would you rather get it done, Clint or Miles? Or do you think he would be able to get a bunny back in?
I think that JC will get more points at the bucket because Miles will be at
Again, you got
3-point
to
line a lot.
separate that question. I'm just saying. I mean, it's reality. We don't like to talk about it, but and again, it's because we have all these guys out again or whatnot. And it's showing up a little bit more than usual, but really, all of his numbers have been down this year. Part of it, he has been hurt and whatnot, but now he is healthy. It's still a matter of. He's never. I guess he's never really been the best finisher, but he's been finishing more often, I guess. But really, he's not proficient at that. He doesn't have touch. Dominique complains every game about him using the backboard. Like every game, Dominique's just mad at him about that. But he doesn't have a hook. He doesn't really have a natural hook shot. He can't hit the shot. I mean, I'm thinking about basketball. He can't hit the shots that most of us as ballers are able to hit near the basket. That's a lot of points where you're talking about in the paint. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's like I said it the other night. You get the rebound, just pass it to somebody because either turning it over or point blank missing wide open layups isn't helping us right now. It just isn't. So
I will say this though, I've seen him hit a couple of rebound putbacks, hooks that are impressive. That's a little further away that I don't expect him to hit, but then he hits those, but then he misses the really easy ones, like in a ridiculous fashion, and I think that's the frustrating part.
But it's Miles Turner just always been a little mind-boggling to me a little bit. That's all. I mean, 3 blocks, I can't argue that though, but him being in Atlanta or whatever, I definitely need more than 12 and 7 from him. I understand you saying we're not asking him to be the this, and that, and everything like that though. But when I look at Miles Turner, and that's the reason why I'm a little down on him, I do see so much more ability from him. To me, he shouldn't be averaging 12 points, man.
Right.
No.
I agree with you on that as far as that goes, for sure.
And then he's averaging under 10 rebounds too. Like, to me, that's like, come on. I don't care if you do play with Sabonis. You 7-1. You accidentally get 10 rebounds. Come on, you played 4 quarters. 3 rebounds a quarter. I mean, 2 a couple quarters. I mean, it's not, come on, man. So I would just need more, definitely. I'm not opposed to it because y'all heard me. I've been one complaining about Clint. Hell, he sucked in the playoffs, in my opinion, after the Knicks. He missed a lot of bunnies. Bunnies killed us.
And that's the only reason I'm even like, because usually I wouldn't even really mention it, but only because Indiana is throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? But the other part of it is against the better centers of the league, it's another issue. And we're talking about trying to get to the playoffs again and everything, and trying to say that we're going to rely heavily on all the other aspects, but that's a big aspect. When you're talking about
what if you don't have to trade
defense?
Well, what if you don't have to trade Clint, but you have to trade Double O?
You got to move Clint. I don't see Miles coming off.
I don't see that happening.
I just don't see the Pacers taking a big contract that's extended for multiple years. I see them taking a dead weight contract, or I see them taking rookies, or I see them taking picks. If they're going to rebuild, they're going to rebuild, right? You don't rebuild with a 27-year-old center who's under contract for 7 years. You already got that. But I don't know. That's just what I think. What would be some of your packages, like in your head? I mean, so could we make Domantas Sabonis be a center here? Is that not an option?
I'm intrigued about that now. I would actually love Sabonis and JC because JC does a good job shooting. He shoots better than Miles Turner from 3. So, and then JC, I mean, it's quick action with JC. That's his best thing. Then that give us a post starter that is not Gallo, because Gallo is literally our best post player, and I feel like JC just need to be working out with him every single day. And
we already have a big man in Gorgui Dieng, and maybe we can get another person.
It'll be more intriguing to me too because new age NBA. I mean, she might be able to get away with that, John. Honestly,
I think so.
Plays well in the paint.
I'll say this to that is that post defense wise, it definitely. I actually, now I think about it, why not? I would actually, now I think about it, because he could play a better defense and stay in front of people better than what we have seen up till now, and Sabonis can do all the other stuff too, and rebound.
All-star, bro. That's consistency that I'm talking about.
And if somebody gets hurt,
Bonus
that's
assist.
somebody you also can rely on. And he'll do pick and roll. I mean, that shouldn't be an issue with him as well. So pick and pops even.
Yeah,
So,
to me, it would seem like Miles Turner would fit initially, but DeMontis is the better basketball player, and that's what we want on our team.
Yeah. That
he doesn't get a lot of blocks,
person.
so I'll say that. I mean, as far as that part,
JC is up his game for blocking. He's using his bounce fours that goes with his weak side and stuff like that. So and then getting double low back. I just wish we would have then did something more athletic than James, even though he had a good game the other day. But
so now let's talk about the hard part. What are you willing to give up? I'm willing to give up picks and rookies and maybe a wing. Maybe not Bogey, not Herter.
I think you need all that now. Come on now.
No, I'm saying not. I said not those guys. Not those guys.
You mean okay?
Yeah.
Man, you trying.
But I think maybe like between one of the Hunters and the Cams, I think
Indiana's going to want either one, Hunter or Cam, at least. For sure.
I think so,
and maybe a pick.
I'll give him the next fucking 5 years. Or sorry, I'll give him the next 5 years.
I definitely give him picks.
I'll give him all 5 picks. We don't need more picks. I mean, hell, we just brought in.
We got 2 picks next season. 2 picks next season is Coop and JJ because they ain't playing this year.
Exactly.
Brass tacks, I would say it would have to be one of the two. I mean, I would hate to say it, but I mean, if you had a chance to really, if there was a sit down, actual phone call talk, and that's what they said, I mean, you might have to pull it.
Yeah,
to get some bonus. If you actually had a chance to get them, again, we didn't know this was going to happen. You see what I'm saying? You had no idea they were going to just like, we don't even care no more, and you're going to give away basically some of your best players. So
I like their roster. I'm not gonna lie, I like their roster, especially if they were fully healthy. Everybody there, like I'm not trying to see.
Even Brogdon's a beast.
I'm saying that's what it's surprising to me because they have a team that
still got TJ Warren hurt, Jeremy Lamb. I mean, they got a lot of players. Can we get Jeremy Lamb thrown in there? Look, bring another wing back. If we're gonna give up a DeAndre or Cam, we gotta get one of them wings back then with some bonus. Cause Jeremy a low level wing. I want to call him that, but yeah, bring the Georgia boy back. He played the wing, filled in a little bit. You still got TLC. I want to get on that because when we first signed him, I was happy anyway. That was like super improvement over Snell. People laughed at me last year, but I used to call Snell trash every night. I don't care how many threes he hit. I was like, no, Snell sucks.
Yeah, I mean, everybody saw what he did with the Nets and stuff, so I already knew we had a good player when he came over. So now he is actually getting some minutes. It's obvious. So. But yeah, I would say, I mean, it's intriguing. Like I said, that's a good word to use because it's a possibility. And we're talking about championships. See, it's a culture thing. It's championships. If this was 3-4 years ago, this wouldn't even be a real conversation, right? But at this point, it's like you got to look at it. I don't know what Travis is talking about right now, but it's a possibility. You have to at least inquire and see what's up. So,
and it's got to be intriguing that our coach also just coached them too.
So he has all the relationships. Every time we played them, they all doing the
Lakers targeting Atlanta. Man, Lakers need to quit. Oh, they need to. They just suck.
I said from the very beginning, once I knew what their roster was, that the Lakers was not going to be successful. I said it. Here it is real early, and it's like they legit might not make the playoffs again. 2 out of 3 years. It could really happen because of how the West is. So
not to get on them too much though, but I agree with Charles Barkley a lot, man. And AD overrated to me, man. Like at this point, AD is definitely overrated. He's been overrated for some years now. Is being shown a lot.
Yeah, and
he should be carrying him in a sense,
Is that somebody's?
My bad.
Me.
No, that's right.
Okay.
So I mean, we don't really care about what the Lakers are doing that much, but they are. But it is interesting that they are targeting some of those guys. So let me ask you this: at a quarter of the season, do y'all kind of change y'all's expectations? Because I feel like a lot of people are very overreacting to every win and loss in a way that we didn't do this last year. And is it because of the high expectations?
Yes.
With the overreaction?
Yes.
Yes.
Is the overreacting to the?
It's an element of it for sure. It's kind of natural, you'd have to say, because we were 2 games away from the finals, and we ain't 5, 10, 15 games over 500 right now. So, however, I'm still on the gauge of we're going to end up being one of the top 3 teams in the East.
Right.
Do the same thing as last year, but not quite.
That's just me though.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'll say this real quick. Look at what the East is now. I mean, basically every game you could be, between 10th and 3rd in the East right now. Basically, nobody is running away with it. We were literally four and a half games out right now. If we were in the West, it's a different story. You can have the same record that we have and be 8 games out. So
it's kind of our trademark.
We're out of it by any stretch of the imagination, and we got 4 players out still. So I'm not, like I said, if this was January already, it'd be a little bit different. But I mean, it's still early.
But that's what a couple weeks. But it's in January, right?
I mean, mid-January,
but nah, I was gonna say real quick, Lou, is that part of it with me? If frustration wise, when we do lose, it's the fact that what Chris just said. It's like looking at the East, knowing the league and everything is just right there. It's frustrating. It's like, all right, got Philly beat. Charlotte ain't got nobody. You lose to Knicks at home. That's 3 games right there, man. And basically will have you already top 3, 4 in the East.
And I'll tell you this though, because I watched those games and it's so frustrating how inconsistent the refs are in these games, because we'll have momentum and the refs will literally give it to them or take it away from us. Or we'll have a chance to go up again and like they'll land on Trae Young and not a call, nothing, and then we go right down and they set a pick and all of a sudden it's a foul, and it gets super frustrating knowing that we lost those games and knowing that the refs are literally making an impact from watching it. Just their inconsistency.
Players have a right to be frustrated. It's the whole NBA. Don't get it twisted. But for us, for sure, we've I don't want to say we've lost games because of the refs.
Right, I'll take that.
They're playing a part, and again, the
momentum.
Think about it. We can't ever remember this many techs being called against the Hawks. Like, we have a lot of techs this year, and there's a reason for it. So it's definitely there. But again, they gotta try to play through it and not. It is affecting them. Nate's already said it one time that it's affecting them. So it is definitely frustrating because some of those. Is like, how are you even doing this? Like, what are you like? You have to ask the question, like, what are you doing right now, Mr. or Mrs. Referee? Yeah, it's like late sometimes.
Right, and I really wanted, I really wanted Chauncey on here because in our group chat he was doing some breakdowns of some of the plays, and some of the plays that he pulled up were some of the ones that I was thinking of, like that one with Clint on Charlotte where we had the momentum. They do something funky. They come down on the outlet. And Clint is there because JC dunked the ball, and he kind of celebrated a little long. And then Clint got all the way back, played defense, pushed the guy outside, just playing good defense, and they called a foul on that. And then the next play, somebody lands on our guy and nothing. And it's just like, come on. It's too late in the game. But, again, these guys, I think they're just going to get more, they're going to get better at it by the time the playoffs start. And I think they'll be used to that playoff basketball. And I think that'll be some benefit, as long as we make it in. I think as long as we make it in, we have guys that want to win, so we'll have our fair shake at it.
Man, and you just, never mind. I don't really like complaining about the refs, so.
No, I feel you. But that's why that's all I was thinking about these games is not only were they really close and we should be, separating ourselves as like the 3rd or 4th best team in the East, but we're, not only we're playing, but it's also because I see the momentum changing because of our attitude towards the refs. So I'm not necessarily saying that it's the refs' bad calls, but it's I'm just saying that the bad calls are leading to the guys playing differently or being frustrated.
It might be. I mean, that's why I was going like this, man. I mean, I don't want to just blatantly say it, but I can have a theory that it might be, our boy fault, man. You need to chill out some, man. You got to get on the good side of the refs.
Well, before we get into more Clint talk, let's get into some of the good stuff, because I think a pleasant surprise has been, I knew TLC was good. Like, I thought he should have been in the rotation from the get-go. But seeing him get some run, seeing him get some burn, everybody now sees that he's lightning quick on his defensive lateral movement. He's competent basketball player. He knows the game. does he stay in the rotation?
Ask that question again.
Does he stay in the rotation?
Does
When
TLC?
everybody start coming back?
Yeah.
On the one hand, if you keep him in there playing the defense that he's playing and he's hitting shots, you have to kind of consider it because it definitely makes us the deepest team in the NBA by far. Talking about bringing Cam or Hunter and Bogey all off the bench. However, at the same time, knowing that he can do these things, go ahead and take your pick as far as who you're going to put in the starting lineup. It still makes us the deepest team in the league because now he's coming in mostly because unfortunately Solo is gone for the season. So he's getting the minutes now. So I say it's a toss-up. It could be either or.
Is Solo done for his career?
Career? Dang, man.
And not that his age is old, but the player that he is, I just don't see anybody saying, okay, we're going to, even if it's the Hawks, I don't see bringing him back when we have all what we have now. And we're another team to say, okay, we're going to sign an older player who, yes, he's okay on defense. He doesn't shoot. He can't hit no shots. Okay? That's just that we all know that. So I just don't see how. I just don't see it. I mean, somebody might do it, but I just don't. And we don't know how his recovery is going to be. I'm hoping it's smooth and everything, but I just don't. I hope the Hawks, if anything, bring him back as an assistant so he can be on the bench and throw chairs at people. So,
yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, as soon as it happened, I was like, Coach Solo, like he's a born coach. I mean, I just feel that he demands respect even for people that are more talented than him. And I think that's an important aspect when it comes to being a coach. So let me ask you about another player that we may have given up on, me included. Was Gorgui Dieng's game against Minnesota, was that an anomaly, or is that what he is capable of and we've just been slipping? Is he playing his best game of the season because it's against his old mates and he's top 10 in almost every career record there?
My thoughts stay the same about Gorgui.
Well, let's reiterate them for the fams.
I mean, you probably get what you saw sprinkled throughout the season here and there if he does get on the court, but he's who he is, man. I don't really expect much. If something like that's happening, it's icing on the cake. And and also too is that type of night. TLC shot 7 threes or something like that.
7 for 14.
Huh?
7 for 14 was TLC.
Yeah, and then Gallo been going crazy. It's just
Gallo going to the hole.
It's like something in the air around the bench. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So
Gallo going to the hole like 10 years from now.
That's that losing of the weight for Gallo, but Gallo's been that player for a long time. Everybody know it. But for Gorgui, I think for me, I knew he was coming in as protection. You couldn't go into the season without not having another big because of Big O being hurt. But he has a history of being able to do these things. He's a good passer. He can get you some screens. However, when he's off as far as that shot, there's tendencies where he don't do a whole bunch of other stuff either, and that's one of the reasons he fell out rotation. Okay, then they had to make adjustments for that. However, he can do this if he gets regular minutes on the court. He can do this, and I think that where we use the word anomaly shows you what he can do if out there on a regular basis. Again, he wasn't coming in here to be the stalwart or anything like that, but he is capable of doing those things. He can get you some block shot. He can play some post defense. Worst case scenario, he can do that too. You saw what he did with Cat. He can do that. He can get some interior, rebounds here and there and whatnot. When Big O comes, though, however, his minutes are going to basically evaporate, but he'll still be that back end just in case something else happens to somebody else. So I don't think it was an anomaly as much as it was. Definitely he was going up against his old team. You know how people go against their old teams. So I think there was that, but he is capable of doing that. He can hit those shots. He can play some defense from time to time. He can get those rebounds, and that's all he needs to be able to do during the season from time to time when we need him. So
right. And, since we're at the 30-minute mark, I will say, just remind everybody, like, share, subscribe, definitely drop a comment. Go visit the sponsor. We got Originative Brand. That's Jamal's brand. We can get these hats there and others. And then also Arc Alien Designs. That's Mike's company, and he has a lot of custom stuff there, custom Atlanta Hawks gear, custom Atlanta gear, rep the city. And also definitely visit shop.flickwick.com. It's a hemp lighter dispenser, saves fuel, and also you don't have to light butane if you're trying to smoke a bowl. And with that said, let's bring the crew right back and keep it moving. So we got Clint Capella kind of in a funk. Are we to throw him overboard now, or do we just ride him out until he gets his Achilles situation fully healed, or will it ever get fully healed?
I don't want to throw him overboard. Again, the only reason it's even a discussion is because of what Indiana is doing. Because otherwise, I wouldn't even bring it up or think about it. Because I like Clint, and I like what he does and everything, except for this little missing of layups thing. That's very frustrating. But when you could maybe get somebody that's actually better, you have to at least think about it. I think he's okay from the injury at this point. His numbers were down. I think he'll get back up as far as that goes as the season continues on and whatnot. It's just that, again, it's going to be as we go up against those centers that do certain things that for whatever reason he just hasn't been proficient in, or maybe it's just that. And somebody commented, I don't know if it was Demond or somebody on another page, in regards to he's coming from Houston as someone who has been overachieving, and he's been put in that position where he is a bona fide center or whatnot. However, against some, there's a mismatch. Okay. And so depending on the team that he could be on, it's either going to be more exposed or not, depending on situations. And in this case, because we're in the East, we have some people to where, as matchups wise, it's just funky. And can that be adjusted as he continues and coaching and things of that nature? Maybe. My concern more so than the defense, though, is just that we need him to finish.
Right.
We have one of the best passers in the NBA, and that's just not good when you're missing layups off of passes from Trey of anything. And then just putbacks. Ball comes off wherever it comes off at, and you're talking about going back up. And Dominique's also saying this. I need him to dunk. Vince said it even. Yeah. There you go. He dunked it. It's something that is being seen on a weekly basis now, and that's the thing that worries me more so than anything. The other stuff is going to work out for itself, especially as we get guys back. But those points, when the game is over and the deficit is 2 points, those missed points come up all of a sudden. You see what I'm saying? Because, hey, guess what? He's better at free throws. Folks have been really working with him on the free throws, right? But those missed layups, those come back to haunt you lots of times.
Right. Man, I think Clint definitely is going to play a big role in how far we go. Whether he's a trade piece or not, that may be a situation. But if he's going to lose his starting job, the guy's just got to be an all-star. Clint has earned it to where he's an integral part of our team when we get rolling. And I definitely am not going to throw him out. Like I said, unless
he made it last year.
Yeah. What was that, Chris?
He led the league in rebounding. He's one of the reasons why we were so good last year was because of his defense overall. He should have been an all-star last year, as far as I'm concerned. So again, the Achilles aside, he's in there to do that job. And like I said, as we finish out this month, we'll see how things turn out or whatnot. But he's still going to block shots. He's still going to be a shot blocker for us and things of that nature. He plays defense, but again, against those centers, when you came up with a scenario, down by whatever or up by 2 or whatever, and you need to stop against Joel Embiid or somebody else who can he face up or even back to the basket, that's the stopper, and you definitely have to do that going into this year because, again, Philly got a chip on their shoulder. They thought they won the championship beating us the other night. I'm mad about that still. You know what I'm saying?
Really
that stupid celebration. I'm like, this is just like Mike said, this is December. What are you talking about? You know, but they still have that chip on their shoulder from then. So they're taking that personal, and God forbid we go into MSG. As I mentioned in my post, if y'all saw it, Trey needs to walk in there with a WWE belt.
That was raw.
The game playing in the background. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But like I say, I say Clint's going to be that guy, and as long as he's here, he's going to continue to help us. So.
Okay. Well, before we get into the Brooklyn game coming up on Friday, December 10th, and also some of the injury updates, I want to do something non-Hawks related. How worried should we be about this Charlotte Hornets roster and little locker room they got? They seem to really be playing for each other. They seem to really be hitting on something, and they're shooting incredible from outside. Now, was that just us not being able to adjust? Was that just not us being able to adjust to that, or anything like that? Because I mean, they shot 45% against us.
Nah, man. Until we beat them, man, I feel like we just can't beat them. I don't know how many win and lost out the last matchups again. Somebody have to give me the actual numbers, but it's not in our favor. I know that much.
You think so? I thought we had them under.
No, bro. I know so. Especially you taking the last 2 seasons. Because I don't think we beat them last season. If we did, it was only one time.
I thought we had them in little brother status.
No, man. It's a Cavalier situation. It's like a better Cavalier situation in a sense. Like our players, they need to pay attention when they play Charlotte or something like that, man. But I don't know. And then I've been watching them off and on this whole season, where I'm liking the progression for them too. I mean, I like them coming out of college from Michigan State though. But yeah, man, Miles, man, Bridges, he's gotten a lot better with his handles and everything like that, man. And yeah, man, he's taking a step up. And then of course, them adding Oubre. Oubre he can catch fire anytime, man. I mean, the game when we was playing him, it's almost like he seemed like, I don't know, like he just like maybe he was upset he got traded draft night or something. I don't know, but it's just like, man,
he seems to play well against us for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, somebody tell me the exact numbers, but I don't think. I think if I was to go the last 3 seasons or whatever, yeah, it doesn't favor us in that matchup.
Yeah, we have to check it out. As far as Charlotte goes, I mean, my only issue was we knew coming into that game what the situation was, but they were also the number 1 team in 3-pointers, percentage-wise, and we did nothing to adjust during the game. They shoot 38%, and we let them shoot 45%.
Right.
So for me, that was just egregious to me because I'm like, you can't figure out how to knock somebody off the 3-point line and make them shoot a 2 at all. Like something, because they're not missing these shots. They're going to keep shooting them all through the game. And whether it be Oubre or everybody was shooting. So for me, that was my only concern. And for the fact that, of course, how we lost that game. But we'll use that nice word anomaly. I bet we won't get beat by them again. I say we're not going to lose again the rest of the season against Charlotte Hornets.
I have to see it, but y'all gotta remember Trey tricked off one game last year too, and it was against Charlotte.
Yeah, that's true. And
when he proved the point to everybody, he's like, "I'ma just pass." That's what I'm gonna do.
I remember.
I'm gonna come down court and say, "Boom," and let me move. And y'all tell me, is this what you want me to do all season or not?
All right. Well, these are the last games here. So we lost last one. We beat them the time before. We beat them, so we were 2-3. Then they beat us, so we're 2-2. Then 3-2.
143.
Yeah, it looks like we just go back and forth. It looks like we just go back and forth. It looks like maybe in 2019, 2018 they had us a few more times, but it just seems like a back and forth matchup.
Got us right there though.
That's a nice little rivalry, I guess.
There's a bunch of just bad timing losses, man. It's like, dang, y'all, we need that little win, bro. We need that win to move up in our column for positioning. But y'all keep
losing to Philly. We lose that game and we lost it. So yeah, and we gave up 130 points total. So that's a bad taste in the mouth all the way around. So
well, so as far as injury updates, Solo's out. Cam is going to try to make a return if his wrist keeps acting up. I think Bogey's still out. And Hunter is still out. Double O's coming closer to being back. I heard something about him. Maybe. Yeah. So with that said, by the time Friday rolls around, we already kind of know who's going to be available. How do you think we will? And I'll let you go first, Mike. How do you think we will perform against Brooklyn?
How do I think? I think we'll perform well. I think we'll perform well. I don't have it's at home on the road. It's on the road, right?
It is at home. No. Let's see.
Oh.
I think it's at home. It says versus.
Yeah, it's at home. Okay. Yeah, man. I definitely think we play well at home. Hopefully we can have a Cam back at least to help for his defense or KD. But like I said, I think we I think we play well. I think we get a good game from Clinton John Collins.
Okay. What about you?
As far as the game, I think it'll be a good game because all of our guys are playing well. I mean, Red Mamba's playing well, John's playing well, Trey's playing well. Everybody's playing well right now in the starting lineup. You're going to get enough from Gallo off the bench. I believe Lou will get in a good game, given the minutes or whatnot. Wright's been playing well as well. He's kind of gotten back into where he was playing with Sacramento last year, what I anticipated. So I think we can give him a good game. I bet nobody lets Harden Olay like that person in Dallas did.
It's kind of crazy. So looks here
just saying.
It looks gonna show up his teammate that's half his size.
That was so messed up. I swear, that was so messed up.
We couldn't be on teams, man. Because I'm Brunson, I definitely would have said something, bro. Like, yeah, that would have been the problem.
I think we should be 16-9 at the least, man. I'm looking at this record they got. That just looks way better than 13-12.
Hey, I'm disappointed, Luke. You know what my preseason prediction was?
I know. I think you already at your losses too.
They well past my losses.
Hey, we can knock out 18 in a row like Phoenix did. Come on.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, we're just waiting for it, and it just seems like every time everybody
did a perfect January, February, whatever they can.
Basically, it could happen, especially with Big O being back. So I mean, like I said, our rotations are going to continue to adjust as people come back, and then it's just a matter of continuing what the starting lineup has already been doing. If Gallo keeps playing like he is, it's going to be real hard to beat the team. It just will. But again, can we play the defense consistent enough like we did last year? And we'll see. Marcus says video of Bogey shooting today. Yeah, I saw that too. Cam was out there too a little bit. So both of them were, but it don't look like Bogey's going to be playing still. But
there's nothing really wrong with Cam. It's basically, I don't want to say nothing wrong with him, but he's just sick. It's not COVID, but he was sick,
but he also had a sore wrist.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, but I think that's in a sense, I don't want to say been done with, but the last couple of games they've been saying that sick, non-COVID, whatever, non-COVID or whatever.
I remember that too.
Yeah, they haven't been saying risk. So I'm hoping he's back Friday with these little 3 days off or whatever. It's like, well, he should be good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess let's round this out. A probability of us making a trade with the Pacers. Where are you putting your number at? If you were a betting man,
percentage?
Yeah. That we make a move with them.
40%.
40%.
I'm not going to go 50.
He just Price is Right, man.
I'm just saying. I'm only again. It was something unanticipated, and for the fact that Sabonis and Turner are available, I mean, you got two big guys out there that's floating.
Dang, Mark let me get my. I was gonna say 35%. That's what I said. He gonna say 40. Then Mark was gonna say 34 right there. Like, man, yep.
I'm hoping it's at 60-70% because there's pieces there. Well, I'm hoping that we have too many minutes. We've talked about this. There's too many players on our team that deserve minutes. We can package a few up. We don't need rookies. We don't need rookies. So our future picks. What's that?
I said, what you gonna get back in turn? You trying to give up 5 players for one, just for the sake of making room?
No. We can give up expiring contracts. I mean, I would hate to give up Solo while he's hurt, but that's an expiring contract.
I feel like you still gonna have a depth issue. I don't think Travis trying to get rid of his depth. still the deepness of this team. He's wanting to keep it that way. He might swap out pieces, but I think he want to stay deep.
I agree with that.
But you don't think so someone like a Jalen Rose or Jalen Johnson is not intriguing to the Pacers? If you do that,
he would be, but the thing of it is that you have that player, you have a player who, by all accounts of everybody in expert circles, should have been a higher draft pick than he was, and we got him at the age that he is with the rest of our team. I don't think you give that up for nothing, unless it's like KD or somebody. You know what I'm saying? And maybe not even that. It had to be like, I don't know, Kevin Booker or somebody. You know, I just don't think I've been really big about this is unless it's somebody who definitely fits a need, you're not giving up multiple players because you're still going to have injuries. You're still going to want to have that depth. And one of the reasons we won last year was surely because of depth. We didn't have the depth we had last year. We did not. We were 14-20. We would have been. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think you want to go all out, but if you can do something even killed, throw some draft picks in there, which we definitely don't need, I think you might do it. But other than that, you don't. If they say they want 3 or 4 players, you got to say no to that.
Yeah, but don't you think that if we're in championship mode, having something that you know versus having something that is potential, or having this many players with just potential, don't you think it's time to upgrade? Don't you think it's time to move up?
Depends on the players. It really will depend on the players.
We know the players. I'm talking about Domantas Sabonis, Miles Turner. I don't think we need Karis LeVert. Somebody else can go grab him. But
basically, just stick to Sabonis because that was a sweeping agreement. So
yeah. So I mean, somebody like Sabonis deserves. I would give up, probably, I don't know about Radish or Hunter. God damn it. As soon as I start thinking about
it, it's not that easy.
They have to give me a Jeremy Lamb with him or something. And I got to look at their roster. They have to give me a Drew Holiday. Isn't Drew up there? Not Drew,
but
Justin,
Drew, his brother.
Justin Holiday? One of the Holiday brothers. I forget which one. Justin, ain't it?
I think so. He looks and plays a lot like
for us for like a split second or whatever though. But he's there. See, somebody like that has to come with Sabonis or whatever. And
I would give up JJ.
You can't just give up, stuff or whatever, and we lose a win. You got to get somebody like that who, like I said, he can defend, he can shoot the 3 and stuff like that. No, he might not have the potential, this and that, but he's a veteran player. He come in and somewhat fill the role or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. I don't see us doing no 3 players for 1 type thing or something like that. I don't see that.
Interesting. Well, let's welcome Chauncey into the show. He's running on his own time here, but what's going on, man?
Been a long day, man. I had to go up there to Derek's neck of the woods up there in Dawson. We had to go pick up a new guy for the care home. So we're trying to get him settled, man. And it's been a long day.
Yeah. Did he? What is that? A Tampa Bay? Is that a Falcons? What is that? A bootleg Falcons? What is that? The emblem on your hat.
It's not a bootleg Falcon. It's a Falcon.
Okay. Just making sure. So what's going on with you, man? You had brought up some clips into the background and talking about the Hawks defense and doing some as you called it. I'll let you take that part. I don't want to steal your thunder, but what do you think of the Hawks play and the refereeing that's been against them? Because I think you were upset about everything. You wanted Coach to start throwing chairs at one point, I believe.
Coach don't have necessarily throw chairs, but it comes at a certain point, man. You gotta make some type of a statement, even if it means possibly costing you a game to get the refs' attention. They're gonna probably still be some shitheads, but still though, you have to make some type of a statement to get their attention. So I don't literally mean throw a chair. I don't expect everybody to go out there and be Robert Knight. And I get it. It's just not in some people's personality. Nate seems like he's a pretty laid back, even keel type of guy. But the reason why I say that is because what's going on is by Nate and his coaching staff being a little too relaxed. Like I love that gent, dude.
You can't say the coaching staff, because when the interim coach was in there, he got a T.
That's what I was about to say. I love when he got a tech the other night. You got different personalities, but I don't want people to get me wrong. It ain't all about just going out there acting a goddamn fool. That's it's not all about that. It's about your team getting the respect that they have earned. When you play well, you should earn respect. The Hawks after the 14-20 start last year played extremely well. They went into the postseason hot. I try to tell people, man, in organized sports, team sports, a lot of time the best team never wins it. It usually be the hottest team, and the Hawks were one of the hottest teams going into the playoffs, and they carried into the playoffs all the way into the Eastern Conference Finals. And we knew how that shook out. And I feel like the Hawks as a team has done enough to, if nothing else, earn a little respect. But at the end of the day, man, your play should take care of everything. So now, with that being said, I'm gonna say this. I have to refer back.
What? Oh no, Johnson, you went silent.
I'm sorry. Yeah. My daughter trying to call me, and she's trying to call me. I'll call.
Let me ask you this, unless you were on a roll there. I was going to say, because go ahead.
I don't want to lose my train of thought. Just give me one tick.
Mm-hmm.
Like the '88 Detroit Pistons, they got tired of getting pushed around by Boston, and the refs not giving them no respect. So they felt like a lot of ticky-tack fouls were being called on them.
Yep.
So what they started doing, they started giving the refs some shit to call. Now, was some of that shit they was doing egregious and over the top? Absolutely. I mean, folks were going up for layups and getting knocked into the fourth row. I mean, that was a little egregious, but they got their point across and they wound up getting a back-to-back. The Bulls of the '90s, believe it or not, Jordan and Scottie, they had to take some lumps. Going through the Eastern Conference, having to deal with Boston and New York and Philly, and then Detroit, and they had to take their lumps. And then what they did it differently. They just started beating folks, and they start beating folks into respecting them. So,
right.
When you got a lot of talent, make the refs irrelevant.
Right. Well, this is what I was going to say, is that because the reason why I thought your point was so good is because we were having a discussion earlier about how we've missed these opportunities to win these very winnable games, and if we wanted to take that next championship step, we got to win most of these games. We can lose a few of them, but we got to win them, and it seems like the refs are affecting their mentality. And what I thought, those times that you pointed out, I thought those were crucial moments that, if the coach becomes a lightning rod, that has the opposite effect of what we were talking about, where they get frustrated and they're not focused, is that it would, the coach takes the hit, and then the guys get focused because they realize, okay, so we know what we got to do. Let's tighten it up. And I thought that times that you were saying, those times that you pointed out that they could, because those were very egregious ones, and I think they were righteous ones. That's the thing, is it's got to be righteous. And I think the guys would have maybe rallied behind each other if the locker room is as strong as I think we are, as we think it is.
And not only that, once the coach, and look, hold on. First of all, I'm not beating on Nate McMillan. I know we jab at each other in the group chat and talk shit. But that's what we do. I'm not beating on Nate McMillan because he is who he is. But if if the team. And hold on, if he get a tech or two, that'll cut down on the techs that the guys who talk a lot get.
Right.
Collins and Young aggravate the shit out of me talking to the ref. Leave them alone.
Right.
When I say leave them alone, I'm not
Stop
saying
thinking about him.
I'm not saying don't have a problem I'm not saying you don't supposed to have a problem with how they call in the game, but at the end of the day, if you keep talking to them, like I don't know, man, y'all watch John Collins every game. Whenever whenever he gets a foul called on him, or he felt like a foul should have been called on the opponent, man, JC will sit up there and have like a 30 to 45-second conversation with the ref.
Yes. You know why though? You know why though, Chauncey? Because what he's explaining to him is that, hey, look, literally the last play down there, you called a ticky-tack bullshit ass call on me, and now I'm getting called for this.
Look,
you talking ain't gonna do nothing though.
You had me at hello on that. I get that, but at a certain point, you gotta say, okay, fuck it.
Right. He does that better. He does that better than Trey. Trey's like on a year-long, same attitude, same shit. Every ref is the exact same ref. To him, every ref it's just building on top of. I don't think he has a personal relationship with any of these people. They just all seem like zebras to him.
Now, one thing I do like,
he's a damn predator.
One thing I do like about Trey, and y'all know, I beat on Trey a lot. But one thing I do like about Trey, once he said, you could tell in certain games he'll say,
fuck it.
Right, fuck it. And then he goes in a downhill mode. Y'all notice I keep complaining about the downhill
lateral versus side to side.
When he gets pissed off, he goes in a downhill mode. And then now we're about to see Ice Trey. I said it last year, and I'm going to keep saying it. Trae Young has to embrace being the bad guy. Mm-hmm. He had listen. If this was wrestling, he would have to be a heel. Trey and
Chris had the same thing earlier.
Heel, and we need somebody like Collins or maybe Clint Capella to do a heel turn. Okay, like
you don't have to be the bad guy at the refs though. But I feel
you know, we just don't have to. We don't need to spend too much time talking to the refs, man. We talented enough to where we can disregard the refs and keep it pushing. Trust me, I understand. I understand totally and completely their frustration. Go in the living room in there, and go in the dining room in there, and you can get you a blanket, okay?
Well, let me show you, Chauncey.
Trey started it though.
Yeah, he's busy. No, I didn't. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying because I'll be critical as far as go. I get what you're saying, embrace being the bad guy and stuff like that. But as far as with the refs go, I don't want him to go down that path or whatever. And I think that he needs to do a better job of. I mean, he hasn't been doing it this year, but I think a good bit of it kind of caught up with him from when he was doing it, when he was mocking the refs and stuff like that, man. And I mean, you gotta remember that you're dealing with human beings still, man. So they're gonna be lame, you know. They'll probably remember stuff, this and that, and everything. I'm not saying they purposely doing this, or whatever, but our guys need to just play ball, man. Stop talking to them. I do agree that I wish that the coach would take, you know what I'm saying, on some of those texts at times or whatever, you know, get frustrated, you know, or at least get on the ref's case when there are situations. I see Nate get upset, but it just doesn't warrant a tech because maybe the refs have respect for Nate. So they're not going to just tee him up all real quick because, I mean, Nate has been around the block, you know, NBA-wise, has been around the circle. So, yeah, I mean, the players need to just trust in coach, you know what I'm saying, that coach going to take care of it, that he'll, you know, address. I don't really have no problem with them probably talking to refs, but that's dead ball situations, not during the play.
Yes.
JC yells every doggone time. I mean, yelling ain't gonna actually get you a call. I mean, I don't get it or whatever, but I don't have a problem because Trey does it. I don't have a problem with a dead ball. You on the way, you know, okay, you might be wasting some of my time out or whatever, but a TV commercial break, something like that. I don't mind them talking to the ref. Because that's what I'm saying. You do build a relationship with refs, but you come with the way of trying to understand what did I do wrong. You understand what I'm saying? And then you don't say, you know, well, you missed the call down there. You just might bring up the situation and ask, what did you do? And at least have them explain it to you. And then if it's some bullshit, it's some bullshit and whatever. You're just like, whatever. Disagree when you walk off or whatever, though. But you just got to do your best. Like I said, humans, man, it's not like they're robots without any type of emotion or ability at all to remember stuff. But we've seen veteran refs do stuff. We've seen Tim Duncan get a tech sitting on the bench for laughing. So come on, guys.
Joey Crawford, I'm glad he's out of the league. He's a vindictive motherfucker. That was stupid.
It's humans, man. That's all I'm saying.
First of all, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all something as an official, because I'm official in sports.
Too.
One thing, if it's one thing that pisses officials off, is reminding them about a call that they missed or fucked up on.
I just said don't say to them that they did it.
Yeah, you know, and I probably missed that part. But look, man, like I said, man, we're an ultra talented team. We don't listen. Fuck them, man. Fuck them. Hey, look here. I'm gonna tell you. I got a way, like when I'm coaching and I see the refs, or in the case, like I'm just only doing baseball right now as far as coaching. I'll be like, oh, okay, all right, okay, I see it. So that's where it's gonna be today. Okay, all right, that's right. I bring a little sarcasm with it. I bring a little sarcasm, but I do it in a humorous way. I'm getting my point across. Without totally pissing them off.
Right. And I don't think Nate needs any, I'm sure he has his tact, in how he handles the refs and all that. It's the players that don't have the tact, not the coach. And that's what kind of we're talking about.
We are young players.
Before we go any further, let's welcome in our very own Damon, who's driving. Hopefully he's not getting into an accident.
Yeah. I've watched over the past, like,
what y'all talking about the refs, man?
Yeah,
we're about to switch it up.
I've watched Nate over the past 5 to 6 games. I've literally seen him nut the fuck up over there. Now, if I see my coach nutting up and then the refs just totally disregarding him, now I got issues with the refs. Don't disregard my coach now. If you want to disregard the players, that's fine, because the players sit there and whine all fucking day. But don't disregard the coach. Don't do that. I'm gonna tell you why does it seem like every third game we had that Sean Corbin motherfucker? Listen. As a fan, I do not like him. And okay, and I get it. I still might be thinking about Trey stepping on his foot, but I wouldn't think about Trey stepping on. It makes me think about Trey stepping on his foot even more. Like, he's made some real fucked up calls this year. Like, and he done called a couple of techs on us this year. So now you start thinking in the back of your head, this motherfucker got it in for us? Like, what's going on? And look, man, again, bro, fuck the refs, man. Go out there, play your game, play ball. The game in Minnesota, and we all know Minnesota is an up and coming team. They're not no juggernaut. They're not gonna threaten to win no goddamn titles or no divisions. But the ball movement was the best that I've seen in years. Fuck hitting the threes. Because, a lot of times that three.
Yeah, the ball movement at the end of the game was good.
Yeah. A lot of times hitting a lot of them threes. I'm gonna be honest with you. About 30% of that shit be luck. But the ball movement was excellent. I wasn't surprised to see what TLC did, because I've seen them do it before.
Right.
And I think you got a few people that's harping on. I think Eddie was harping on why did it take so long to play him? Hey, listen. Sometimes now, as a coach, I know sometimes
it took injuries.
I mean, whether it took injuries or whatever the case, I always say injuries bring opportunity.
Right.
I've said that injuries bring opportunity. Like, I'm like this. Okay, because see, if somebody asks me that, what took you so long to play him? I got a smart ass mouth. I'm gonna say, well, goddamn it, he playing now. Any more questions?
Well, let me ask you a question that I asked them, so we can keep it going. Has he earned his role on the team moving forward? Like, even if, as the guys start trickling back in from injuries?
Yes. And guess what? Not because he hit them threes, because he's the one out there saying calm, clear, and connected.
Exactly. And I haven't seen anybody with that lateral quickness on defenders coming into on doing drives. He cuts them off almost every time, and then is like already there mocking them. Like, he's really, really quick on his lateral defense. And
fights through screens too.
What's that?
He fights
through screens too.
He fights through screens. And now that I see that TLC does it, I'm expecting everybody else to do it. I'm so sick of Kevin. Who else do it? We got like 3 or 4 guys. And what they'll do is they'll ride the offensive guy's hip and send him right into Capella. Now Capella got to leave his man, get out of position. If Capella don't get the block or alter the shot, if he do alter the shot, you got a backside rebound. That's why, last week everybody was killing Capella. I said, okay, all right, fine. You want to kill Capella off of the game against Philly? First of all, Embiid abuses everybody. Let's be clear on that. Embiid abuses everybody.
And he got 28 and loved his win, and he just got 48 against the Hornets. So yes, you're right. He does abuse everybody.
Guys like that gonna abuse everybody.
My bad.
So beating up on Capella, but then I sit there because I have no problem with watching the game within the game. I'll go back and I'll watch the game again. I'll be like, okay, all right, this is why such and such get in foul trouble. I'm so sick of watching this ride the guy's hip because I know Kevin can get over the screens. I know he's quick enough. No, he's not the greatest defender ever, but sometimes Kevin get lazy and he'll sit up there and ride him in the Capella. No, fuck that. You fight over those screens and you help Capella help you. Like it ain't just Kevin. It's a couple of other guys. Cam Reddish, when he's on the floor, he fights through the screens a little bit. You know what I mean? DeAndre Hunter, when he's on the floor, fights through the screens a little bit. Sometimes Bogey will, but
well, let me ask you, Chauncey, and everybody else. I'm going to open it up for everybody. Actually, who plays defense 1-on-1 versus KD on Friday?
TLC.
It's TLC, right?
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
But listen, this is and I want to see if anybody with me on this. Do like I was saying about Embiid, don't double KD. If he go for 70, let him go.
Let him score the 7. I've been saying that for years.
Let him go for 70. Don't double him. Let TLC take his lumps, but we're not leaving them fucking shooters. We're not leaving Harris. We're not leaving Hart. We're not leaving Blake Griffin. And we're not leaving LaMarcus Aldridge when he coming. Listen, if Capella go to help, I'm telling you now, if Capella go to helping out TLC and LaMarcus Aldridge in the game, LaMarcus Aldridge gonna sit out there from 18 foot in, and that's almost a layup for him. Let TLC and whoever else guarding them take. Listen, man, play straight up. Every time Embiid, just about, I can say every time. A lot of times in the last game when we played Philly last, folks, when Embiid got the ball on the block, here come folks come in the trap. They pointed out one particular play. They pointed out one particular play where Capella fronted him. Capella had fronted, and you saw Trey come over from the backside and looking for the steal. Once Embiid Embiid didn't even get the ball. They skipped past it over there to whoever, I forgot who it was, and he nailed a 3. And I lost my shit when he did it. And I'm like,
playing that empty space again.
Now, what'd you say?
Playing that empty space again.
Yeah, I mean, but it's man, NBA basketball season is a war of 82 battles. You got to try to win each battle every night. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. Right. But I hate losing games. I hate losing games where we don't. I really hate losing games where we don't close it out. And the issue that I see with our team is we need to close better. And our closers are number 11, Trae Young, Gallinari, and Lou Williams right now.
Really though, and I'm gonna just cut you off right there.
Okay.
We need to be giving touches to the guy who shoots the best field goal percentage on the team, and that's John Collins. He needs to be getting touches in the fourth quarter. That nobody can stop him most of the time, and he don't ever get the ball. And I know we don't run no plays. Nate already done said it. He's just mystery meat out there getting 27 and 13 every night. But he needs to be getting the ball. He's either again. I know everybody don't think he's the best post player in the world, but he can score in the post, and he can shoot the three, and he can drive. And if worse, he can get double teamed to give somebody an open three, and he's not getting none of those opportunities. And that's an issue when we have not been closing well and have like 9 points in the whole doggone fourth quarter. It's ridiculous to not give one of the best shooters on your team the ball. I'm going to
push back a little bit on that, Chris, because John Collins, as much as I love this season that he's having, he's still not that player that in the fourth quarter you're going to give him the ball and that's your best move.
We don't know. He's not getting the ball. Until he gets the ball, we don't know.
Hold on. Let me just say this. It is to me, it is known. Like giving him the ball in the post is not going to produce the best decision making because it hasn't. He doesn't have that type of skill set to throw the ball in fourth quarter pressure situations. I'd rather have the ball in Trae Young's hand, Kevin Huerter's hand, so many other plays before Gallo's hands. Drop the ball into John Collins and expect him to make the play of the night. No, that's not what you're putting him in the wrong position.
Remember a few years ago. He was at the end of the game. Right, and I remember posting this. It was a game-winning shot. They drew it up. It was a former coach, right? All right, and the shot that he did was one of those reminiscent Karl Malone fadeaway jump shots or whatnot. I think he needs to be put in that position to see what he can do. He's not getting the ball. I just disagree. I don't mind.
I don't mind.
He can't hit one of those patented jumpers that he has, and or be able to drive to the basket, get a baby hook. And if anything, like I said, he's a threat in the post on the basis of he scores down there pretty proficiently as it is. Let him get double teamed because we need to find out, will people double him? Because remember the game that me and my co-host on Around the ATL, for a reason my mind just went blank. Jordan, we were at the Dallas game.
Shout out Jordan.
We were at the Dallas game where all of a sudden they posted the game, posted them up, and double teamed them. John passed it to Trae, he hit a three. We can do that if we put it in the offense, and we don't have an offense for him. And I think that's why it is where we are right now with him. Well, throughout games, you can see that he can do a lot of different things.
Hold on, Jonathan. I want to get back into this though. I want to divert your attention real quick. This comment right here.
Leaving it to Damon.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on, no. Chauncey, hold on for a second. I want you to answer this. What do you think about Lou being the closer? I think he needs to. I don't know if he's playing that well.
You see my head shaking,
Chauncey?
Bro. Let that man retire, man.
Or Damon, yeah.
No,
what's that?
I was about to get to Damon. Damon posted yesterday about Trae being able to defer at the right time. Our superstar, our leader, got to know who's got the mismatches, and he's got to be able to recognize that. We know he's a closer, but when they start blitzing him, that's when Trae got to recognize, okay, it might not be me tonight. It might have to be Lou over here in this corner. It might have to be Kevin over here. It might have to be Gallo down here. It might have to be Collins right here. Now you take off, Damon.
No, what I was going to say, first addressing Lou, what Lou said earlier about John Collins. I 100% agree with Chris. Is it Chris or Leroy?
It's Chris.
You know, Leroy, that's his male stripper name. Let's go.
So I 100% agree with Chris, man. With John Collins, we haven't even attempted enough to go to Collins in the fourth quarter in crunch time to even come up with a theory like that, Lou. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you could sit there and say, you know what? I don't agree with going with John Collins in the fourth quarter because here's the examples, A, B, C, and D. Because we don't have them. They far in between.
But is our pick and roll still not the better call than to drop it down to John Collins? And if we're trying to get okay, so if we this is my thing. If we run, hold on, this is my thing. This is what I was going to say. If we run it down, we run a couple of pick and rolls and it's not working. Yeah, I'm down to give it to John Collins, but it's so he can learn for the future to catch it, be calm, and then make the read.
Okay.
Now I trust him to start doing that, but the coach is still not in that position. Go ahead.
So what did we do the last 2 losses in the fourth quarter? What did we do? When we tricked off the game against the Sixers, when we tricked off the game against the Hornets, what did we do in the fourth quarters?
Against Philadelphia, Trey took every single shot.
Yeah, it was bad.
Has 5-7 possessions. I mean, you can say that's your point, but it's more than just JC on the team in that situation. We talking about Philly. I'm like, hell, it's 4 other players on the court. Trey passed
My point is this. Lou said he prefers to run pick and roll. That's what the fuck we did against the Sixers and against the Hornets, right? We did that. And guess what? We fucking lost. How many touches did
I wouldn't call it a pick and roll. It was a player come move a player out the way for Trey to try and do something himself.
He got very minimum touches, and in the last 5 minutes against in one of the took all the fucking shots, and let's throw it. He added another fucking 30 fucking footer for no fucking reason. Okay, so
I agree.
Why not pass the fucking ball around and let's give it to some guys who hitting some shots, who making shots? That's not what's happening.
I do agree, but what we hold on. I do agree. Hold on, real quick. I do agree, Damon. I do agree, but what I'm saying is that the next step is not going to be John Collins. It's going to be Gallo, because he can create off of the post, because what he demands double teams. He demands mismatches. He can score. So you're not going to just go to John Collins when that's not his thing.
Bro, Gallinari, okay? Gallinari is cool. He's not that guy no more. He's not that guy. Why are we paying a dude 25, 26, 27 million and we're not utilizing him in those moments?
That's not on John. That's coaching. That's what coaches have to do. Start getting the ball.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. Y'all gonna let me finish real quick. Y'all keep cutting me off.
Okay. Yeah. We gotta all chill out.
Yeah, because y'all cut me off and y'all cut me off.
No, Chauncey messed up the flow because he preached over there. Go ahead.
Okay, my bad. All right, check it. So we paying Collins all this money, right? We need to be utilizing him. Why? Because he can fucking shoot the ball. He can shoot the three. That pick and pop is automatic now, almost like Al Horford automatic. Okay, he has improved his post play, but guess what? In those crunch times, he's not even touching the ball in those moments. And I agree with what Chris was saying. He was saying, let's start doing ball. We're not even giving him the opportunity to show if he can or he can't.
I agree.
Right? But everybody's sitting here saying, oh, Collins can't do this. Okay, let's look at our other options. One game, it was all Trae Young, and he missed everything. And the other game was nobody couldn't hit shit. John still didn't get the ball at all.
This brings me to my point. Hold on, Damon, real quick. This brings me to my point all the way around to what we were talking about earlier, Damon, is do we make a play for Domantas Sabonis?
Where is he going to play?
Okay.
Center.
Never mind, man.
Never mind.
Been on here for a while.
I was thinking,
I came in on the ass end of that.
Sabonis is Sabonis with right?
Go ahead.
With the right? With the Pacers?
Yes.
Okay, so Lou, so what's your trade? What you giving up to get us some bonus?
Gallo. You're gonna have to give up a Gallo, a JJ, a couple first round picks. But I mean, if you just want to replace a Gallo, then let's get Domantas.
But watch this.
Lou.
So where's he gonna play at?
What?
Where's he gonna play?
Center.
I'm assuming he's gonna be a starter, right?
Yeah, he's gonna play center.
So you're gonna have who? Capella, the bonus?
No. We don't have Capella anymore.
No. No, you'll still have Capella. He could be the backup. Listen, what you'll have is you'll have Domantas Sabonis.
Right.
You'll have John Collins. You'll have TLC. You'll have Herter, and you'll have Trey, and that's your starting lineup. That's going to win you a championship.
Okay. So, what you think? What are you gonna try to give up to get us a bonus? Sabonis is all-star.
I just told you. I would say you'd have to give up something like, you'd have to go with Gallo probably. Just because he's an expiring contract at the same rate. You'd have to give up some young guys because I'm sure they want young guys. So you probably have to give up JJ, maybe Sharif, maybe not. And then you'd have to give up a couple of picks. We have first round picks that we don't need.
Hunter or Cam,
you might have to do that. But when I said that last time out loud, it broke my heart. I just wasn't going to be able to do it this time.
Hey, first of all,
hold on, but let me just tell y'all real quick. Let me just tell y'all, technically, when y'all two talk over each other, y'all cancel each other out and nobody hears anything y'all are saying. So y'all just have to be really careful with that.
Finish, Demond, and then I'm going to talk.
Go ahead, Chauncey.
Listen, man, it's about 5 to 7, maybe 8 guys in basketball. I'll give up all of that shit that Lou talking about, and Domantas Sabonis ain't one of them. Domantas Sabonis is a very good basketball player. He is an all-star, but I ain't giving up all. He's not even a bucket go-getter. You asking us to give away one of our bucket go. I don't know why folks got a hard on for Gallo. Gallo, hey,
I love Gallo.
You don't watch bonus if you just said what you just said, man. But y'all got y'all was dumb as hell, bro. I won't say that.
Hey, get back on the screen and talk your talk, but let's let
no.
You got to get on the screen if you're gonna say something like that, Mike. Come on, man.
I'm gonna finish.
Come on, Calvin Ridley.
I'm gonna finish making my point. Now,
go ahead, Chauncey.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Able like 5 to 7. You don't just sit up there and just give up a boatload of talent to bring in
a proven thing.
Basically,
his last 3 years, 18-12, 20-12. Right now, he's at 17-12 every game.
What are you talking about? Sabonis is a go-getter. He plays smart.
Sabonis is a bucket go-getter. No,
I didn't say go-getter. I said he's a basketball go-getter.
Hey, how about this though? How about this? Let's start off with this.
I'm not doing that. Y'all may do it. Go ahead.
Hey guys, start off with this. It's a bonus on the Atlanta Hawks. Does he make us better than the same starters with Clint Capella?
You tell me how many bunnies? How many Philadelphia game? Okay, let me just tell you this: that Philadelphia game.
He finishes in the paint crazy good.
Hold on, that Philadelphia game. Clint Capella ended up missing about 3 straight up bunnies. And how close was that game at the end of the game? 3 points? You tell me now. Do you think Sabonis makes those plays?
My question is, does Sabonis make us better than having Capella?
I think it does because he plays good. He plays almost as good as defense and better offense.
So how come? So I heard Chris say yeah, Lou say yeah. I'm gonna assume Mike would say yeah. So,
well, we talked about Miles Turner earlier.
My question is this:
I'll take Turner before I would Domantas Sabonis. With the makeup of our team, without style of play, I'll take Miles Turner, even though technically Sabonis is a better player. But listen, I want y'all to listen.
I'm not giving up Gallo for Miles.
The great Evander Holyfield always say this: styles make fights. With our style, really, Miles Turner fits us more than Domantas Sabonis. Now, again, I ain't shitting on Sabonis. He is who he is. But with our style of play, no, he does not make us any better. He does not make us any better. Hey, giving up, who you said give up? Gallo, Jalen Johnson.
Hey, this is on the spot. Wait, this is on the spot. So, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I was looking at contract. I love Gallo. So,
but I'm saying if y'all think Sabonis makes us better, right? Or Chauncey thinks Miles Turner make us better. How come when y'all bring up trade scenarios, y'all not including Clint Capella?
I like Clint Capella. Why? I just think he's limited as far as offensive as a starter and a finisher.
So you wouldn't trade Clint Capella instead of keeping him as a backup?
I would keep him as a backup.
I think I will have.
If you can work it out, that's
out.
why when I said Turner, Clint would go to the bench and you'd have to let go of Dang because you wouldn't need him because Big O's coming back. That's what I said initially.
Yeah, it's a fluctuating thing here.
Then Lou mentions Sabonis playing center possibly, and I was like, well,
And I know y'all guys are big on team chemistry, so you wouldn't think that benching Capella wouldn't make him feel some type of way. You don't think that would affect the locker room? That's why I think.
Not if you're trying to win a championship and you're trying to be the best team in basketball. No, not really.
Now you could tell Clint. Now you could tell Clint, or you could trade him for something else. But listen, now you could tell Clint straight up. All you have to worry about when you get in the game is rebounding the damn basketball. That's it. You don't have to worry about
the ball back up. Man, get rid of Clint. Move him.
That's what I said, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike,
that's okay.
So you just said the bench. You just mentioned about benching him.
No.
If you keep him, if you don't trade him.
Mike, I said, then how come? Because I asked Lou, what's the trade for Sabonis?
I don't think the Pacers want Clint. There's no way they want a 27-year-old.
That's what you try to do. If it's a fire sale, that means Miles Turner probably be gone to somebody else, and that means Sabonis can come this way, and they will still need probably a center. So therefore, it's optional that it's possible that they'll take a Clint because Miles Turner probably get moved as well. They will still need a veteran center. So again, Sabonis is 6'11", the same height as doggone Clint, man. Like, are y'all serious? He gives you Gallo post ability, and y'all talking about JC and stuff. I'm sorry, but I know for a fact you give the ball to Sabonis in the post or whatever, he can go to work. He can do more than just the person shorter than me, so I'm gonna just turn around and shoot real quick.
And I'll tell you this,
no matter if the person's taller than me or shorter than me, I'm gonna do my thing in the paint. And like y'all said, I agree. JC can knock down jump shots, so let JC stay out there at the 3, and you got your low post actual starter who is the same size as your center who sucks and miss bunnies all day. And you get a 2-time All-Star, and Clint ain't been an All-Star yet, has he? No. So it's like, come on, man.
Come on, man. 18 and 12 ain't made up numbers.
Clint worth in the league and field.
Hold on. What'd you say, Charlie?
Clint in the league and field goal percentage.
Man, because he just do dunks off of great passes.
No. We're not gonna move the goalposts on it.
No, okay, we're not gonna move the goalposts, but I'll put it like this though. John Collins do more than just dunk, and he got a better percentage, does he not? Or he got better efficiency.
He went 4-7. He went 4-7. He went 4-7. And them 3 shots he missed was the bunnies. And I got on his ass for missing. I got on his ass for missing. But okay, let's go back to the original question. Do Sabonis make us championship ready?
Yes.
No.
I don't even know why you keep questioning it or whatever. Yes.
I mean, if he's available, I think you have to at least talk about it. Like I said, 40%.
He's that good. He should be that big. He should be a big difference maker on the Pacers.
He was. Remember a couple years ago when they went far into the playoffs? But let's not even go there. Listen, I want to just say this. Chris has got to let us go. But hold on, guys, real quick. Let's let Chris have the word real quick.
What did I miss? How far they go?
We'll get right into that. Chauncey, we'll get right into that. I just want to say
how far they go past the first round? What I missed?
Bruh, Sabonis shooting better field goal percentage than Clint too, man. Come on, man.
Hold on. I just want to say this. We got to let Chris go for time constraints, and I just want to give him the floor real quick so he can make his wonderful plug.
Not so much even a plug, but by the way, one thing on Sabonis, you do lose shot blocking if you get them, so that's one thing you will miss. Anyway, guys, if y'all get a chance to check out Twitter, I posted some stuff in regards to Trae Young coming into Madison Square Garden with the WWE belt with Migos playing in the background. So I told Bob Rathman it, and he sent me back the clip of Trae being at Monday Night Raw or whatever it was last year at Madison Square Garden. WWE was there or whatever. So I told him somebody needs to make the movement happen. So if you get on Twitter, retweet that. Around the ATL, my radio show is coming back. I know it's been a while. Been going through a lot of stuff, mostly health, but I am coming back eventually. So be looking out for that really soon. So, but in the meantime, y'all have a good one, and appreciate the talk.
Excellent. And now, Chauncey, hold on. Chauncey's got to get the floor real quick because he was about to say something foul.
So I gotta get up out of him.
I ain't gonna say nothing foul. Like I said, this. Hey, look here, man. I'm trying to win a title. I ain't trying. This ain't no fucking fashion show, man. A lot of folks be looking for a goddamn fashion show. The Monday goddamn Sabonis ain't made the Pacers pass no first round ready. You listen. You want to talk about making a move. If you ain't talking about 5 to 7 guys, that's go. I'm talking about a for sure, not a for maybe. Okay.
Okay.
And then again, we talking about chemistry. And look, Mike, you ain't listen. You ain't got to beat the dead horse on how much of a better offensive player Domantas Sabonis is than Clint Capella. I think we all know that. But hey, listen, if I'm gonna give up Capella for Sabonis, we need to get past Milwaukee and beat Phoenix.
Okay,
and he's not doing it. And you know it.
But hold on, real quick, because Marcus brings up real quick because Marcus brings up you give up something on defense, which is what everyone agreed is our main issue, but it's also more, we got these other guys coming back, we got Double O coming back, and that strengthens our defense, and we know that
but can I say something, man? Because the stuff is varying, man. It's the defense y'all talking about that is the issue. Okay, number one, y'all complaining about perimeter defense from our perimeter players. You just got finished complaining about players being on the hip of perimeter guys going to a Clint or something like that. And then on top of that, everybody get mad at Clint when it comes up to actually playing against good centers. So I don't want to hear nothing about no defense because he ain't defending no good centers. He's defending. Clint is above average. Put it like that. Sabonis, we're not asking him to come be our superstar Chauncey. We have one already.
Play a role.
Sabonis will come and arguably be a straight bona fide Robin to what we think we have a Batman. That's the thing. And you still have a Double O who can play defense or whatever. And you can still make other moves. You won't just only have him. Clint missed too many bunnies. Sabonis won't do that. Gallo is our best post player, and he's a bench guy. But you get a guy who would be in your starting lineup as a post threat and player who is a dog and be rejuvenated too as well, being on his team. And he played for a coach that he obviously liked, because we all saw last season when we played Indy and all on went to Nate and hugging this and that and everything like that. And then again, you throw into the fact that you got a Trae Young, man. You know how many bunnies Trae Young gonna get Sabonis so many bunnies that Sabonis going to hit though. He's going to actually convert on.
Yes.
And that's the thing too. Sabonis might not get the blocks, but he plays defense on the ground though. He will play good post defense, solid defense, and defend and rebound. Like it will work well, and John Collins will fit with him because John Collins can pick pop all day, keep doing what he do, and do the rolling thing or whatever though. All it is that, like you said, it ain't no fashion show. To me, Clint is the fashion show because Sabonis gonna be boring for fans. Sabonis ain't gonna be in the dunker spot catching dobs and dunks from Trae. No, we gonna give it to him. He gonna go to work, and that to me that's more exciting. But hey,
exactly,
I don't think that's a fashion show, bro.
Mike,
is this your game?
I think I really believe that if it's really out there like that, man, I don't know. I think that's upgrade. Like I said, at the same side, it's not like Sabonis 6'9". He's 6'11". We already run with a 6'11" non-skilled offensive player, and we all keep fussing about bunnies, man. You know what I'm saying or whatever. So and then like I said, you get Double O back and everything like that too. Like man, we got something.
I think like and I think in the Philadelphia game, we win that game if it plays out the exact same way. I mean, like, okay, so this brings up a good point though that you just brought up. Does it limit us with Trae it not being a threat? Does the defense collapse differently on Sabonis as it would with Clint being in that position? So then we just don't even run that with the center position anymore.
Ooh, I don't think that teams would just not pay attention to Sabonis because he's not gonna catch a lob. Like that would be a complete mess up and mistake. He might not catch a lob, but he'll lay you up all day, hook you all day or whatever. Way more percentage than Clint catching those lobs. How successful has those lobs, and have they even been there this year? Like we've been scouted. We went deep into the playoffs. Teams own that. They pushing and bodying him away from that. Even with John Collins a little bit. John Collins dunks or whatever. Yeah, it's coming still more. But with Clint, it's almost a wrap. People know a little bit. Just get back a little bit or whatever. And if he got to catch him to come down, it's over. It's over. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's just how we being defended right now, man. So we might have to move on from.
Hey, am I tripping? or is Mike a little turned up more than he usually is?
Doug, I was feeling it.
He more goddamn turned up by Arvidas's boy than he was Carl Anthony Towns. Now, listen. Now, if we were talking Carl Anthony Towns, now he's a guy that can get us that can get us some jury.
Did Minnesota just announce that they're going to trade their team?
But I did bring up Cat in the past. You're right. My bad. But the main reason I used to talk about that because I didn't necessarily think Sabonis was available like that. I was figuring that Cat would be more available beforehand, and we heard him at first. Express some frustration with the organization. So I was just thinking that he'd probably be demanding a trade soon, mainly. So that's why I was thinking about it a lot, though. But hey, either or for me, I put them both together. Like as far as like I'll take. To be honest with you, either or for me.
Yeah, because they're good basketball players. You can see the maneuvering. It's not just not just one skill. And I'll say Clint's
we need a little more Johnson. We need something to go to down 15 feet and down. That's not Gallo off the bench, basically.
Exactly.
But a starter along with Trey. We need a go-to down there. Trey can't be our go-to.
You got John Collins, Mike. We just talked 20 minutes about Collins not getting the goddamn ball, Mike.
That's where I understand he needs to get the ball. I agree. He needs to get the ball. No, but I think John Collins need to get the ball differently than say you get the ball to a Gallo or a Sabonis. So I'm not disagreeing that JC need to get the ball because I hate when Trey doesn't pass the ball. I get that. Like when he did against Philly, that was some bullshit. Like nobody, that was stupid.
I think the only reason Trey doesn't ever dump the ball off is because look at our two post players. It's literally Clint and JC. Those aren't post players. They just are not.
That's what I'm saying. Clint, no, but listen, Luke, Chauncey. That's what. Listen, basketball wise, what Trey has to understand is that let me get the mismatch because JC is not necessarily a walking mismatch, but he can become a mismatch if you move the pieces correctly. So Trey has to come down the court, call for the correct screens to get him that mismatch. Now it's a bonus, and how you seen with a Gallo at times, he is a mismatch no matter who guards him because he can take everybody to different parts of the court no matter who you are to adjust.
Can run differently.
That's the thing that's the difference about it. It's just about how JC gets the ball at times or whatever. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't get it, but it's not just a straight up like, okay, team, let's give it to him, move out of the way type situation. It's more of a let's come down, let's get something going, some action, create the mismatch for him. Because I agree, he gets that mismatch with the shorter player in a sense on him in the post. It's a turnaround, knockdown shot, pick and pop. It's a knockdown shot. So I'm not disagreeing with none of those stuff.
Yeah, and that play is there though. He's hitting it this year. He's turning around and hitting that jumper more times than I've been missing. I don't mind him taking it anytime that he ever takes it.
And also, two people talking about Sabonis blocks and stuff though, but John Collins blocks has went up this year, has it not? I know from the eye test it has.
Yes, and he is a more confident shooter, and I prefer him to be in that shooter's role. And I see exactly what you're saying. If we dump the ball off to him, if it's a night that Sabonis is hot and they have to double him, you're going to leave JC? What? Because nobody else
leave this whole team.
Nobody else is going to be able to bother.
What we just did? No, you don't leave this whole team. We don't have nobody who can do that in the starting lineup. Like if Sabonis cooking and going to work, you telling me y'all gonna leave anybody on this roster? Because literally, then you basically saying, okay, right now we got 5 in the starting lineup. 4 out of 5 can shoot 3. You move Clint out of the way, you legitimately got 5 people who can shoot 3, and then that 5th, like I said, the center go to work in the paint, actually command a double team, and ain't nobody finna leave because if you do, we finna kill you.
Exactly. He's got footwork, man. He's a low post threat. He knows how to score. You saying that he's not a bucket go getter? You need to go watch the game.
No. Let me stop you right there.
You don't average 20 points a game and 12 rebounds without doing work down there.
Hold on. He is not my definition of a bucket go getter. Yes,
he is an option that we have right now, though. A reality. I'm not talking behind the sky. Let's go draft the best guy.
Let me ask y'all something, man. When we brought in Clint Capella, what y'all expected out of Clint?
Exactly what he's given us, but now he's exactly what he's given us, even more because he made our team a playoff team last year. So he did. We always said that if we had somebody legitimate, so now we're going to upgrade again. What are we talking about here again?
Yeah.
You're gonna upgrade from your last line of defense because we already know Sabonis ain't no last line of defense. So so y'all want to beat motherfuckers 180 to 160, 168.
So can Double O become as a first round pick, not a second round draft pick that's overworked his contract and overworked his body as a number one pick? Listen, as a number one pick for a team, a top 5 pick overall, you don't think Double O can end up being a defensive monster?
Let's talk about Double O when he get on the floor. I'm so sick of this. Hey, all that best ability.
Hey, I'll get that to you.
Talk about Double O. I don't want to talk about no Cam Reddish.
I'll give that to you. Hey, Chauncey, I'll give that to you.
The only thing I know about them is them motherfuckers stay in they goddamn True Religion jeans and respirators. Listen.
Okay.
I don't talk to nobody who can't stay healthy.
Okay.
Man, I mean, everybody concerned about the defense, man, but I don't know. I feel like it's worth a try. And go
exactly
from there. That's just me, but hey, I mean, because the thing about it, okay, you say Miles Turner. I feel like Miles Turner, if that was the option in the sense that you would have got, I understand people might think that more so fit, 7'1" body. What I think people say about 3 blocks, but the points and the rebounds are like disappointing to me. The 12 points and 7 rebounds. I assume that'll go up playing with the Trae Young. Miles Turner would get more buckets playing with the Trae Young. That boy DeMond came back. Happy boy, like lost his space.
he went to Mars real quick, saw Elon, and came back. What's that?
Hey, Demond, I'll be joining you in about 40. Right at 5 minutes.
Hey, Demond, same here, man. Gotta order me a
hold on real quick, guys. Demond, send me your address in the DM so I can send you a couple of these flick wicks and you can start rocking that for us.
That's right.
Nah, hey. Hey, was I tripping though? I thought Mike was pretty turned up, man.
Mike was turned up,
hey,
dog.
Man, I ain't get a chance to talk in like about an hour, man. I've been waiting. Been waiting to say something.
Yeah, we got whenever because Chris is in an established radio show, so he definitely gets on a roll. Chauncey he's a preacher, dog. He and Chauncey, he even got Chris just listening, and so whenever Chauncey just gets on, we just let him flow. And sometimes, it goes a little while before you get back on the mic.
I had to catch up. You got to say stuff real quick. Let me
We're working it out.
Hey, man. Mike been acting funny here since he cut his head and shit. I miss the old Mike. The old Mike was a good old kid. He every now and then he hit you with you tripping. Now he done turned and took a goddamn Williams on here.
Hey, man. I said, Mike, I never heard him this passionate about a player, man. Like,
it's not about a player, it's about upgrading a position. It's about upgrading the team. Like this would
no, you gotta understand, man. But don't you remember who I was faulting for the playoffs for a lot of stuff though?
Really wants this guy, man. Like he really wants this guy.
Hey, man.
This is I'll say this though, real quick, because like this is something that I think we're forgetting is that it's not that we're coming up with this out of nowhere. It's that this is a reality that we can probably get. Because not only does Nate have a relationship with these players already, but we're in a position where we have a lot of players and a lot of young players that could be traded. So this is a real way to actually go and get a bona fide thing.
Yeah, I would say I think Miles Turner would be an upgrade if that's what y'all want to do. I just fear that we might be getting mad that he's not in the paint.
Exactly. I'm not giving up Gallo for Miles Turner though, because
if you get a Miles Turner here, you have to keep Gallo. In my opinion, you have to keep Gallo.
I don't care who.
Exactly.
I'm in amazement.
Exactly.
We got to play better.
I'm in amazement that folks want to give up Gallo. I'm in amazement at that.
I don't want to give up Gallo. We can keep Gallo and get Sabonis or whatever. Bro, I would be stoked.
Yeah, let's do it.
Happy if we had Sabonis and Gallo.
And Gallo? Are you kidding me?
I got a cool question, guys. Yep. What about is there anybody on the Blazers you think we could use? Because they about to either start blowing it up.
Now they're guard heavy. Unless it's that Houston guy. They have that center that's decent. He was from the Denver. Denver drafts pretty well. Denver got another one in Bones Highland.
Nurkic better than Clint. I'll take Nurkic.
I'll take Nurkic.
I'm sorry, man. There's a lot of people about that, man. Dude, I just be thinking about those bunnies, man.
Yeah,
like everybody else can get in the way, still good enough, man, and play solid defense, man. Then bigger bodies, like he's 6'11", like, and then he's slimmer too.
Yeah, don't fall in love with no freaking Clint Capella. He did good, man. He got us there. Now we are there. So even if we don't make a trade, we still going to be formidable. But what I'm saying is if we got a chance to get a Sabonis and going into the playoffs with that type of firepower, and you don't lose that much, quit bullshitting yourself. You're not losing that much, you know, with Sabonis on defense.
Wow.
And it just makes us more well-rounded. It makes us more well-rounded as a team.
Yeah, Chauncey don't want.
Anyways, I think we're all I've never seen Demond is high though. He must have got that Cali shit still with him. He probably
I'm about to join Demond. Look, I'm at the group home. I got to stay over at the group home tonight, but I am going home for 1 hour to grab my medicine. I got to be high.
You can't have no medicine at the group home.
You can't have none of that.
Mike, I have never said fuck you because you never. But you just
go bring to the group home, man.
But that's why he said he got the hour though. I feel you. I feel you though. But that was funny though.
Okay, Mike, you know what? I don't love you no more, man.
Man.
I thought it was little brother.
I'm in my feelings. Yeah, I'm in my feelings.
Man, we still Gucci, man. I ain't even gonna listen to that. We still cool.
Well, real quick, I guess y'all came late. Just make sure y'all caught everything. TLC, y'all have anything on him? Dieng's play, Clint, anything like that? I think we're going to try to wrap it up. We've been on here a little longer than normal.
TLC in Atlanta, man. It fits.
Yeah, TLC and ATL for sure.
TLC, he said, man, dang, he can lead.
Yeah, I'm still not sold on Dieng.
What did y'all see Dieng? Did y'all see Dieng beat cat shit? Beat that shit into the third.
I did. I like that.
Shot that wet ass jumper. Boy, y'all better get up. Y'all better get off a boy. Dang.
I had never.
Ask Demond how you feel about Dang.
With his leg glass. Boy, that Dang. Boy, I'm talking about. Boy, that Dang is a ugly. Good God Almighty. He must be a beautiful baby. I'm telling you, boy.
Dang is booty juice, bro. I'm sorry.
He's not the best. He's to me not the best. He's just so plotting out there too. Anyways,
he don't fit. Hold on, hey y'all.
Y'all got any plugs?
He don't fit Lou's eyeball test. I forgot.
No.
Lucas sit up here and try to convince us about Joe.
Be a diamond in a rough.
Listen to this, man. I played.
Demond, don't let me get Demond started on you about how you be sitting up there convince us about a motherfucker from Saskatchewan, England, talking about how great he is, but you want to sit up here and argue with me about goddamn Clint Capella, Lou.
Let me tell you this. I went to listen. I play high level basketball as a point guard, and I gotta identify good basketball players and bad basketball players like that.
You don't have to give your
what? What's high level?
I mean, I played at Georgia Tech. We played in their intramurals and all that shit with other athletes around the town. Like, there's A-level.
They say he about to be Skip Bayless. He about to skip him real quick.
I mean, I'm not saying I played in. I'm not saying, dude. I'm not. Come on.
He said high level. That's why Demond said define high level.
Yeah, like I'm saying that I played with. I'm saying that. I'm not saying that I did it forever. I'm saying I've played in high-level basketball games with A1 Division I athletes, and I held my fucking own against these guys. But with that said, when I'm playing just a pickup game, you have to identify scrubs and people that don't know how to play really quickly. That's all I'm saying. I know basketball, man.
So you play pickup with them niggas.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. You know how it is on college campus, man. The students, they be at the gym.
Oh, YMCA ass basketball.
Hoes and tricks.
Yeah. You said high level. I thought you about to say you played on a Division I team.
Look, I'm about to Google Lou. I'm about to Google Lou.
I can play. Listen, in my height, my dad played pro baseball. We have some good genes in our bodies. I played good basketball with good basketball players at Georgia Tech and other places in my life. I'm saying that has allowed me to develop a skill in basketball and identifying good basketball players, even as a coach and as a referee. I've been around basketball for a long time. I like high level basketball. I know good basketball. That's why I want to do a show about this.
You played pickup ball with him, right? That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what you just said.
I mean, if you need to spell it out for everybody, I will.
Stop it.
I thought you was like about to say, "Hey, I played for Georgia Tech or some shit."
Yeah.
He said I played. He said I played in Georgia Tech. What he said?
I can see a Lou saying I was a graduate assistant or something like that.
Lou,
intramural champion.
Lou, you over here frauding, Lou.
So you're telling me that those guys on Ball is Life aren't out there playing high level basketball in pickup games? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I said you.
No. You're trying to tell me that you can't get yourself involved in high level basketball games at what was that, Sports Life and all those other basketball players? I played with Brian Jordan growing up, for God's sakes. I played with we would go there and get with Brian Jordan playing basketball.
If I go right now and play,
Brian Jordan,
dude, I can tell y'all I play high level ball.
Yeah.
I play high level ball too in the hood.
Yeah, we don't play the highest level. You don't play the highest level. That's NBA. That's a pro-am.
I played at the lowest high level. The lowest part of the high level.
I played at the low. Hey, come on, y'all. You know what you're talking about, man. Come on.
Lying, bro. Maybe I'm tripping.
You definitely tripping.
When you said I played high level,
are you not entertained?
Bro, I really thought you was about to say, "Yo, I played for."
We heard you. That joke is old now. Let's move it on. Come on.
For real. That's why I'm. My mind
tell me your package deal for DeMontis. How you getting DeMontis over here?
You got to give up Capella.
Okay, so you got Capella. How are you going to convince me that they want him, though? Unless they're going to use that to trade. So it's going to be a 3-team trade then. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
It depends. Bro, it depends. It depends now.
They don't want that contract.
What depends on is Indiana selling or they buying. If they selling, then obviously you're going to lowball them. You know what I'm saying? Or if you get Miles to say either one of them of to say they want to leave. Now you got some leverage. But if you're just talking about just going to them straight up and they still trying to compete, bro, you're going to have to give up a whole lot. You got to have a starter in there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you're going to have to get one of the, you're going to have to get agents or something to start leaking some storage to try to get this trade value down. Or Indiana got to say, hey, we not competing for the playoff. We gonna rebuild.
But that's what they said. That's why the whole conversation's happening.
Oh, I didn't catch that part. What was said? I didn't catch that part, Lou.
They're selling everybody. Miles Turner, DeMontis Sabonis, everybody's on the chopping block.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what can we give up to get this motherfucker?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what I would do.
You giving up some picks, bro, for that. And he just signed a new contract.
I'll throw them a future first rounder, and I had them take Dieng's contract, and I'll get Miles Turner.
If we involve a third team that does need a center, then we can add Clint Capella into that mix. But I just don't think they want Clint Capella. You're not going to get Clint Capella on the Indiana Pacers at all.
Everybody,
they don't want. If they rebuild him, they don't want his salary.
Yeah, they don't want his salary. That's why I said Gallo, because they'll take a Gallo because he'll be formidable this year, and his shit goes out. It becomes like $1 next year or something like that, and then you can match contract sizes because his contract it's like $20 million more than Herter's. So
he making $20 million this year, Gallo, right?
Gallo's making 20, and so is he because he had a 4-year, $80 million a year contract. So I'm saying, you give him that, you give him JJ, and you give him some picks because we're not going to need picks if we got him.
Right, but that's obvious. You're giving up your picks, but like you said, if everything
and that's what they want. We're in a position where we can give up however many picks the league allows us.
You're gonna have to probably sweeten it. You probably gonna have to give up either, like I said earlier.
I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it, dude. I said it the last time, Cam or Hunter, and it just sounded wrong when I said it. That's why you can say it, but I can't say it.
Because when they doing a fire sale, that means
I know the deal. I do it though. I do it. I throw one of those guys in there, but I don't know who, and I wouldn't make that decision. I would just want somebody to tell me this is the decision they made, and I'll just be like, damn, you know. But I ain't gonna say I want to do that or anything. I'm not even gonna put that in the air. I'd rather keep them both, you know.
Yeah, I feel you. What you thinking?
I thought it 5 minutes about DeMontis goddamn Sabonis.
Listen to Mike. Mike said when we both Gallo and JC play, they'll be undefeated. Back to his 76-2 record.
You go win 76 games.
Hey, all right, guys. Well, we've only been on for about 2 hours now, so we're gonna go ahead and take a break until next week. And
my God.
Yeah, I think that'll conclude today's show. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, even in the replays, and check out the sponsors, and find us on all the socials. It's for the fans, by the fans. And with all that said, have a good day. Peace. Bam. Oh, shit.